Hey y'all, it's me, Stormy Alexander, Earth Angel on mission number 222, and today we are talking about taking back your authority and taking back your power, and how a simple concept could literally change your life, not only physically, like the things you see, but it also can change your emotional and your mental well-being, okay? Just stepping into the power. So if that interests you, keep watching. Okay, so before we even get started, we need to know the definition of authority. And I Googled it, and a definition says the power or right to give orders, make decisions, and enforce obedience. All right, so if I just went to random people in the street and I say, when I say the word authority, what comes to mind? And a lot of people would say police officers, judges, teachers, parents, supervisors, managers, bosses, or anything like that. And very rarely will people say themselves, okay? And the funny part is, the crazy part is, that is who the authority initially belongs to in the first place, okay? For instance, when you go to work, the work didn't make you come to work. You gave authority to your job to make a schedule for you in exchange for money, okay? A lot of people, and this is kind of like a mental slavery, especially when you're working a job that you don't enjoy. If you're working a job and you're absolutely miserable, then you're defeating the purpose of the job, okay? A job is here, and it has basically your work in exchange for money, but that money is supposed to be used so you can, take care of yourself, have financial stability, and so you can enjoy your life, right? You don't work for the sake of working. Nobody works for the sake of working. Now, it's different if you're, doing your life purpose, because usually that's free. Okay, you do that out of the goodness of your heart. But if you're working a job that's not really your passion, then you're doing it in exchange for money. But you're not doing it only for your exchange of money. You're doing it because the money is supposed to get you other things, so that way you can enjoy your life, or, put that money aside to do your purpose or something like that, right? But people are literally going to work, getting a check, paying the bills so they can go to work again, and that's it. That's where the cycle stops, and that is not okay, all right? You have to take back your authority. Now, granted, there are rules and regulations in place to make sure that everybody is safe and everybody has a good well-being, but not to the extent of you not enjoying your life or not understanding your power or your purpose. You're more than just a sim in this world. This is your life, okay? Your whole life. Right now, you're living it. You're watching this video, and outside of this screen I'm in is your life, okay? No, seriously, take a moment outside of this screen, look around, and understand your life really quickly. I'll give you a minute. Okay, so if you're one of those type of people that doesn't enjoy the work they do, they don't like going to work, they're always miserable, they're always complaining about work or their job, or they feel like they're forced to work, you have to understand that you gave your job authority to be able to tell you what to do, okay? Now, I'm not telling you to go quit your job, but I am telling you to take your authority back to the extent of being strategic on figuring out how else can you live a more enjoyable life, okay? Now, your authority belongs to you. For instance, like even in relationships, okay? You give the authority for your man or your woman to treat you the way they do. If you don't like it, you can leave. Now, a lot of people are like, oh, but we live together. Oh, but this. Oh, but that. Okay, well, you have authority to change that. You have authority to strategize a way out of there, okay? So a lot of people, and it makes sense why we feel so, I guess, drawn to be controlled, because we always have been controlled. You got to think, when we were little and we were, our parents controlled us, and some parents did a good job, some didn't. And then you go to school and the teachers told us what to do, and we had rules there. and then you graduate, whether that be high school or college, and then you go into the workforce, and then there's more rules and people telling you what to do. So I can understand how somebody could forget the authority they actually have. There's a thing that you have that every human has, and it's called free will. Free will is the fact that in the middle of a shift, I could walk out. Now, I'm not telling people to walk out their job. I'm just saying how crazy free will is. Now, some people absolutely will. But I don't recommend that, because you got to think, be compassionate for, other people. But at the same time, you have to understand that the only reason why you are at work is because you ultimately want to be there, or you feel the need to be there because you gave yourself that authority to tell your job that they have that authority over you. I know it sounds really confusing. I'm starting to even lose my own train of thought. But what I'm trying to say is, at the end of the day, the authority belongs to you. Everything you do, every single thing you do is your decision first. There's nothing anyone else can force you to do, except for if it's like a physical force and they overpower you. That's one thing. But a lot of us are mental slaves to a lot of things, okay? We're in mental slavery in our relationships. We're in mental slavery in our jobs. We're in mental slavery in our emotions. And really, it's just a thought away from changing. And that's what I mean by authority. So I'm going to change the definition so that way it kind of makes sense for us in this video, right? So authority, or self-authority, right? The power or right to give orders to yourself, to make decisions for yourself, and to enforce obedience for yourself, again. So if you saw my last video, I was talking about working with your inner child, and sometimes you have to make your inner child do things they don't want to do because you have to parent yourself, okay? Now, if that's a new concept, I highly recommend you go see that video and then come back to this one, but you can stay on this one and then just watch that one later. But it's just important for you to know that every decision that you make, a lot of people, some people just take what life throws at them. Life throws them this job. Life throws them this situation. And they honestly have no control over their mind about how they react to it and the decisions they make after said action has been taken. But once you understand your power and you take back your authority, it's a beautiful thing. Now, even if you are working a job that you really enjoy, understanding your authority, understanding the fact that you know that because I said so, I'm here, or because I said so, I'm still in this relationship, and as long as I say so, I will stay here, and the minute I decide not to, I won't be anymore. That's your power, okay? So it's important to understand what authority is so you can walk in it and talk in it. It's a freeing feeling because you know that there's nothing keeping you here. Now, a lot of people will be like, okay, girl, but listen, she got bills, all right? She got bills, she got, kids, she got this, she got that going on. I can't just get up and walk out my job or just because I don't like something. But what you can do is strategize. You're a whole human with a brain, okay? A lot of people stay in jobs for years and years that they don't enjoy because they refuse to use their head. Strategize. Go out and look for another job that you think you enjoy a little bit better. Go out and figure out a savings plan, how you can save your money so that way when you do quit that, you got some money. Or whatever the case may be. Strategize. Figure it out. Because that's what your brain is for. We all have free will. And like I said, a lot of us are in mental slavery. But no, just take your power back. Basically is what this whole video is. Taking your authority back and understanding what it is. You have authority over your own life to say, you know what? I want to lose weight, so I'm going to lose weight. There's nothing stopping you from not eating healthy. And a lot of people are like, well, I can't afford it. Well, figure out a way to afford it. There's billions of jobs, side hustles. The internet be paying people just to do surveys now, and you take that survey money for 6 months, save your money, and like, okay, whatever the case may be, strategize, plan, figure it out. You have the authority, and if you feel like you don't have the authority, I ask God right now to give that authority back to you, because you deserve it. And think, use your mind, okay? Because the less you use your mind, the more they will use it for you, hunty. All right? You have to take back your mind. You have to take back your authority. I'm sorry, I'm worked up. Right now, it is time to take charge of your destiny, okay? It's time to make your life your own. This is it, y'all. Like, we don't know what was before this. We don't know what's after this. All we know is we got right now to take charge of your life. And in order to take charge of your own life, you have to take back your authority, okay? Taking back your authority is understanding it in the first place. Understanding your authority is knowing, as long as I know that no matter what goes on around me, I'm going to fix the problems for myself. I'm going to do this for me. If I don't see fit for you to be in my life, you will not anymore. Whether that be a job, a person, place, or a thing. Whether that be alcohol, drugs, or whatever the case may be. If I consciously don't see fit that you're in my life anymore, you will not be in my life anymore, because that's my authority to do so over my own life. Okay? You will find that you will walk differently. You will talk differently. You'll just be different. You'll be more confident, because basically you wish a motherfucker would. Because you know. And when you walk and talk like that, you vibrate on a whole different level. And you attract different things. As long as you try hard, and if you want a new job, you can get a new job. Okay? If you want a job you'll like, you can do that if you want. Okay? I don't care what the qualifications are. If you want to be a florist, nothing's stopping you from being a florist other than going to Michael's and buying some flowers. If you want to be a designer, nothing's stopping you from being a designer other than going to Hobby Lobby, picking out some fabrics, and buying a sewing kit. If you want to be a motivational speaker, there's nothing stopping you from getting on YouTube for free and uploading a video. If you want to be a great parent, there's nothing stopping you from loving up on your baby when you can. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to say, I'm tired. I hope this video makes sense. I know it's kind of choppy. I know this video is going to be choppy because I'm actually rushing somewhere and I had a lot of interruptions and I'm making excuses, but it's the truth. But I will maybe make a part 2 to this video. So sorry if it's choppy, but if you do have any questions or any comments, make sure you do that below. Make sure you like this video or dislike the video, whatever you want to do. And yeah.